So this is the second video of talking about the 7 habits of highly effective people, that the process that we utilize in our school to help our students and to help us be better educators. The piece that I want to talk about today is the see, do, get model. And we talk about, well, we have these different habits. We all have habits that are, some are really effective, some are not very effective. So how do we change a habit? How do you make that start to happen? And this little basic diagram here can help us understand it. And like I said, it's called the see, do, get model. And basically, the way this works is the way you see our paradigms, the way we think about things, affects what we do, and our practices that we do, and then of course that affects the results. So let's take an example here, and we'll use a student example. Let's say a student comes into the classroom and says, I can't read. I don't like to read, and I won't read. I don't like reading. So that's their paradigm. I don't like reading. As teachers, we could work hard to give them all kinds of skills and things, but as long as their paradigm is, I don't like reading and I hate reading, the results are not going to be very effective. We need to work on the paradigm of, hey, you want to be a reader. You like to read. If we can change that mindset, then the student will take more responsibility for getting the results of being a good reader. So if they start saying, hey, I like to read, or I want to be a good reader, then they're going to put in the effort, the practices, take responsibility for that, so that you get results that, guess what, they become a better reader. And it reminds me a long time ago of a kid in track who they got through with a practice, and they came up to me and said, man, Mr. Grillo, that was one of the most awful practices ever. And he said, but he prefaced that by saying, and that's exactly what I need. And he went on to be pretty successful as a track person. But that paradigm of, yeah, things can be tough, but this is what I need, affected what he did. He worked really, really hard. Those were the practices that he did to get the results that we want. And so we're constantly needing to look at whatever our mindset toward things. Our paradigms can be really freeing and really empowering. Our paradigms can be extremely limiting and cause us not to be able to be successful. And like I said, that's something that we are constantly looking at, not only with our students, but with ourselves. What are our paradigms towards our students? Do we say that all students can learn? Or are we saying, some students, you can't really teach that student, which is not one of our paradigms, right? We believe that all students can learn it. But it's important to constantly looking at what are our paradigms. Even now, with this situation that's going on with our online learning, we can say that, have the paradigm that, hey, this is an opportunity to learn some new technology and to help us grow. And that changes our practices that we have, right? That makes it so that we go out and we try this new stuff, and the results that we get are, hey, we come out as better teachers and students and things like that, because we use this as an opportunity rather as something that limits us. And so each one of these habits, you'll see, deal with different paradigms and then those paradigms will drive us to different practices that are effective and get us the results that we want. So this was a quick review on the see, do, get model that we'll discuss further in different habits.